Yeah, if you're hitting one in every two doubles, you're probably going to win quite a lot of darts matches.
Yeah, if you think about a seasonal statistic for people's doubles, if you're around 40%, you're world class. But you're going to have to go up a notch in certain games like this.
139.
One of the toughest finishers, 139, and Watamina's not going to take it. Would have loved to have left tops, but 80 will do. Mernon a long way back now, and more of those scrappy visits. Again, treble 20, and then it sails into the 5. He's rescued it very well. Does leave himself on a finish. Tops for Watamina. Why not? It's been the theme of the game so far. It's absolutely superb from Watamina. We talked about a lack of confidence. There's nothing that lacks confidence there.
Since then.
113.
He's not going to get a shot at a double here. He was cantering towards the finish, like you said, Dan, but now he's slowed down. He's almost shuffling towards the finish line in this game.
24, which may require 56.
Almost looks like neither of them want to get to that finish line. Double 16.
48.
That's unusual.
I didn't expect him to do that. Especially when you just consider he's hit 2 double tops. So why would he do that? It may be an irrelevant point if he hits double 4.
Now down for double 2, and Jermaine Watamina, the first winner in this year's Hungarian Darts Trophy. A game that in many respects...
1-6 for Vladimir. And that snarl, which is just part of his game.
Oh no! What are you doing? He knows that's the problem. That's why he moved, and he's hammered that into the treble 20, and he's glaring at it as if he stares again, it'll move. But it could be Anton Ursula moving into the lead. 14 segments. Double 11.
73.
I know it's easy for us to say it, but stay away from that 60 on a 1-1-6. That's why people go 19s. Because you get 2 trebles downstairs, you go double 1. And he can't get it with either of the first 2 this time, giving Anton a look for 2-1.
Anton, you require 11.
It's not just about big finishes like 1-1-8 and 61. It's about the small ones like 11. Wow. That was close to a treble. Or maybe he was going for the treble to leave double 1. Doesn't matter anymore, he's got the 2-1 lead.
Well, one way or another, it's all gone with throw, and a genuine slap of his own forehead in frustration and embarrassment from Vladimir Anderson. Oh, it's lovely. Sing it, Anton.
45.
Yeah, it's good. Look it up. It's nice. But Varte do nu, Anton. Where are you now? You're potentially 2 visits away from a debut Euro Tour win.
He has me thinking it was going to be a 6th 180. Turns out he didn't need it. He's simply 3 darts away from the next round. And believe me when I say this, if he's through to play Danny Nutter tomorrow, this place is going to be hotter. It's going to be louder. It's going to be brilliant. Do you want to be part of it, Anton? You're not far away from it. Not far away at all.
What a way to win it! Anton Ursula explodes into round 2 with a stunning 145 checkout. 5 180s, an average over 97, and a scoring average of nearly 111. Mihai Vida looking to step up. Oh, it's on. No longer. And another chance.
87. Now you require 101.
Now then, are you going to get a dart at a double now? Treble 19 or treble 15. Single 7's not going to do the job.
47. Sebastian, you require 56.
Still in the leg, though. He requires Białecki missing. So in the middle of the fat 16. On the wire with that last attempt. Now, first dart at a double, surely.
Gets the 14 right. Tops.
44. Sebastian, you require 40.
Not been his afternoon. Białecki to go one away.
Game shot the 5th leg.
Apologises for the second leg running.
6th leg, Miali the front.
Well, the sort of numbers we're seeing from Vida are exactly to type. I mentioned that the 4 games he played to qualify here, between 76 and 80. Well, they've improved now.
He leads the 180 count, 2-1. Might there be a fight back?
Might there be a 161 checkout? And that's not just for Vida, because Białecki's left himself on that as well. 12 darter, 161. It's on. Rebel 17. He's nailed it. The bull for Vida. Oh, it's fantastic. It's right in the middle. What a moment for Mihai Vida. He gets the respect from Białecki. There's almost an embarrassed schoolboy-esque grin on his face. But that is an absolutely astonishing checkout.
Didn't need to ask Ross where that one landed, did he? 161 checkout after a 180. 2 visits of utter brilliance for Mihai Vida, who looked like he was on a one-way ticket to an absolute hammering. Well, peering round the corner, hoping and praying for the call, but only gets no score in response from Ross Bray.
He's not going to follow up with his 161 heroics here. Białecki's going to have more chances.
Sebastian, you require 20.
Getting further away. More match darts have been spurned. And he's giving the board an almost accusatory look.
Well, he just doesn't seem to be able to find a way past that first dart, Sebastian Białecki. Twice now he's made life hard for himself, and twice he's been unable to complete the job. Vida will not get a chance. Made 6 darts from 152, and he's not managed to get a dart for the leg. So Sebastian Białecki, having missed 7 match darts, and that number's going up. But it finally stops there, and he peers around and eventually gets the call from Roger.
It's a hard out, this one. And just misses out on the 57. So Razma dodges that bullet.
85. Matters you require 40.
The dreaded double 10.
20.
Not even close.
Some sort of magnetic
48.
field around it that's repelling the darts.
Might be Scott's beard. It might be magnetic.
But it does look a bit silver.
Oh, it's got to be the last dart. That just makes matters feel even worse. Who nobody seems to be talking about at the minute.
Well, I think the Euro Tour's now getting so strong to the point where there's no section that you wouldn't regard as absolutely brutal.
It's got to be good, and it's got to be now.
95.
It's decent.
Scott, you require
But if he's going to take us to a last leg decider, he may need Waits to miss another double.
Oh, just. Tops now for Waits, and he does get the job done. And it's a damaging blow for Matters Razma and his prospects of playing in the European Championship in October. Just never...
Andy Bolton, as long as he doesn't make a horrible mess of this and leaves himself well placed, he's still in with a chance of breaking back immediately. But he could take it out right now. Double 16 for a 143. What a shot, Andy Bolton. Just when he was in danger of seeing the game drift away from him, he pulls out by far the biggest finish of the match to level things up.
Great players can do great things like that. There's an argument to say that maybe he hasn't done enough of that in his career to get that elusive marquee title that he craves. But my word, what a shot that is. That is one of the hardest checkouts on the dartboard. You can't group throw broken. Last leg shootout, whether you've got the darts or not, you're thinking, if I can put in 3 140s, I've got a superb chance. But he's better than that. He finds his first maximum of the game with his final scoring visit.
What a leg of darts from Scott Mitchell. This is banditry in Budapest from Scotty Dog. Match darts to steal it away from Andy Bolton. Double 16 it is. And Scott Mitchell is nowhere near with either of them. And Andy Bolton, could it be a third ton plus finish in 4 legs?
From being the best player in the game to being second best in the last leg, he could nick it. But he won't with 2 double tops. I'm surprised at Mitchell going for 9 double 16, I will be honest. But maybe that's because double top hasn't really cooperated in this game. If 32 does, he'll play Dave Chisnell tomorrow
for a meeting with the #1 seed. It's there, and Scotty Dog gets one over on Andy Bolton. He did lead very briefly earlier on in the match, but he still had to put back-to-back legs in just 28 darts. The best stuff we've seen from him in the entirety of the contest.
Fish, but Veenstra's in a good position here to really attack the Williams throw. And attack it he does.
139. Scott, you require 170.
Well, the chance evaporates immediately, and Richard Veenstra has got an opportunity here.
Richard, you require 83.
To break the throw and go into the lead. Missed a couple of darts from a 47 checkout earlier. Now gets one at bull.
50.
He's not far away.
Scott, you require 110.
The double 18. Brilliant checkout. Biggest one of the match so far, and Scott Williams certainly lets everyone know how he's feeling. Get the ball. What can Williams do?
90.
He did stay straight, but he didn't get a requisite treble.
Double top. Gotta go. And doesn't. And Scott Williams now, having survived the dart to be broken in the previous leg and go 3-2 down, this is for a 4-2 lead. Well, the first two are nowhere near, really, but at least they're out of the way.
20.
That one was closer, but not close enough. They are missing their opportunities, these two.
The 6 holds in a row. Not going to happen. Goes
16.
inside, leaves double 2. A reprieve now for Scott Williams. Right in the heart of the double 10. He holds his hand up to apologise. He does not mean that in the slightest. And that could be the biggest moment.
58. Scott, you require 170.
Well, renowned show of Scott Williams. Of course he'll go for it. Doesn't have the option now.
94.
And the last dart kind of rescues him. And it should mean that match darts are incoming. At least one of them when he returns to the board.
75.
Savage leaves him a bogey number.
76.
What a huge difference that's made. Comfort now for Williams. Just takes a pause, doesn't want to rush this.
Shot.
And he pins it. And Scott Williams gets his first Euro Tour win of the year. One of the breakout stars of 2022. It's been leaner for him in 2023. Will this start the Scott Williams revival? What this win does now. Lost to Scott Waits earlier this afternoon, so that's one of Dedeker's opponents out in the early stages at least.
If you consider who is still in this tournament and gunning for a top 32 spot in the European Championship Order of Merit, there aren't many. In fact, there are only 3 from 33rd place all the way to 50th. Woodhouse, O'Connor and Dedeker. He could do damage in this game. Big, big damage. That is damaging to Gilding. What a shot from Mike. Nothing wrong with his doubling in this game. 3 hits from 4. He might not be scoring at his optimum best, but he's doubling like a warrior.
60.
Yeah, he's one of the biggest 180 hitters in the...
Right now.
Yeah, Gilding's had 8. He really wants to do it, doesn't he?
Sometimes it can overtake your thoughts. You think to yourself that, I haven't had a 180 yet. I really want to get one in front of the fans. I want to do the thumbs up thing. But that can distract you from what you've got to do in the match.
60. Andrew, you require 103.
The way they're clapping out there, it's like the World Athletics Championships is in Budapest again, like it was a few weeks ago. This is not the triple jump, but he's just completed a hop, step and a jump to his 4th leg. Dedeker's only 2 darts away from that.
Sprint finish territory. Should go to the bull. We might even favour treble 11. Well, that's what he wanted.
He wasn't really that pleased with that visit, but I don't think he's that pleased with this performance. But he will be ecstatic if he's going through to play Josh Rock tomorrow, the number 5 seed.
Double 16. Mark Dedeker does seal his win against Andrew Gilding. It wasn't...
That could all follow. He could be World Youth Champion, just as Josh Rock did. There's so many similarities. The one thing that's different is that whenever Josh Rock plays Brendan Dolan, he absolutely hammers him. And that hasn't always been the case with Jan.
That was a somewhat natural 3rd dart. Didn't even aim it, but it does find the target. Dolan finds himself on double 18 again, looking to put right what he couldn't do in leg 1, but exactly the same as happened on double 18, but double 9 cooperates. That World Youth Championship final that he's got against Luke Littler. Think, without using words, I'm going to use an emoji here, the hungry one, where it's just a little bit of a trickle on the right side of your mouth.
About the victory. The only numbers Van Veen cares about are the ones next to his tally for the Grand Prix. And he must be thinking about it.
He's surrounded by it. It's on social media. We're talking about it. I'm sure people he hangs around with are talking about it. The other players will be talking about it.
But take Chris Dobie, for example, who is in danger of losing his provisional spot at the Grand Prix. He's missed out on big tournaments like the match play, having been in provisional spots, because he said, I was thinking about it and I messed it up in the final weekend of qualifying. It's not easy. This looks good. Double 8. 3-1. Van Veen, you can see from the change in his demeanour, he's happier with how his game is starting to coalesce.
There's another thing as well. I know that he is guaranteed to be in Hildesheim like Jan has. We expect. Dolan does not want to miss this 1-2-1.
58. Brendan, you require
He threw first in this leg. You can't be broken at this point of a game and expect to win. Old school. Double 5.
111.
Great effort, but he's relying on Van Veen missing. It'll be 20 for double 16. Double 16. If it's just outside, it's a perfect little tray to lay the next one on. That's a bit far out.
36.
And that doesn't find the mark. 2 darts missed for 5-2.
He knows how important that was. Got to go for it, Brendan.
5 score.
He was caught betwixt and between being cautious and too aggressive. Van Veen, with no hesitation, goes back to double 8, which has been really kind to him in this match. It isn't this time. But double 4 is, and that's a double break.
8th leg, Jan throw first.
Can Van Veen? Oh dear.
70.
It's a great last start, to be honest, and he's down to a finish. Dolan needs a couple of trebles just to join him on any kind of checkout.
If there is a good score of 70, that was it.
60.
I think Dolan knows that the writing may be on the wall.
150.
Interesting call. Was that the time to do that?
88.
Or was he just trying to do something a little bit different to take the pressure of the situation away? Sometimes players will do that. If he'd hit the bullseye, he might have even gone
45.
for 60 tops.
Can you require 62?
Well, he's going to get a match dart to take a step towards the Grand Prix.
30.
He will not take it just yet, but he'll get more opportunities so to do.
It's a bad first start from Brendan because that blocks all of the 60.
58.
He can only get
32.
to 133. Van Veen, can he get closer? He gets closer to the Grand Prix with that win, but there's still more to do.
There is still more to do.